Hey there guys, and welcome back to more Banjo-Kazooie. Today we are going back into Click Clock Woods Summer Edition, and Eerie is hungry again. He needs like 5 caterpillars, man. You know, we actually would have been able to give them all to him if we wouldn't have been so forgetful and left without the caterpillars. So now we have to collect them all over again, which is going to be a very grueling process, and it's not going to be a fun thing at all. So, dude, the bird just knocked us off, and he just has no right going around knocking people off. If it was his driveway, I could understand. Okay, I'm back. That was just a little pause. I don't know. I was looking for something. But I'm not supposed to tell you what I'm looking for, because that would be unprofessional. Because I don't use guides, man. I just don't. So, this scrubbling hood is chasing us, and now we're going through the water and going up this ramp. My goal for this episode is kind of to get all the Jiggies in the whole entire game. And to do that, we're going to have to get the last 2 Jiggies in Click Clock Woods, which would mean getting all the Jinjos. And then, of course, that would mean feeding Eerie and growing him to his full size to get that. And then we'll have to hit the Witch Switch, which is in winter, to activate the Jiggy in Gruntilda's lair, which will give us the last out of the 3 Jiggies that we have to collect in this episode. So I'm going to use the spring pad to go over here and check in Mumbo's hut. I forget if there's a caterpillar in there or not. I'm not really sure. There's a caterpillar outside, and there's not usually any caterpillars inside if there's a caterpillar outside. Too hot for you. No, it's too hot for magic, but he thinks, he's one of those models. He just thinks like, I'm too hot for magic. And then he's just all like that. But we don't give time to people like that, because that could be a bad influence on our psyche or something like that. I think we're just about all around the tree. I don't know. There's another caterpillar. I would have never found that one if I wouldn't have found it. But it's a good thing I did. We're still collecting Mumbo tokens. I don't even know why, so just ask me later. Because we got 11 extra. There are actually a ton of Mumbo tokens in this game that, I mean, you don't really need. Before, in my first playthrough through this game, I needed all the Mumbo tokens I could get, and it was very hard for me to collect them. But now I'm realizing there's at least like 25 extras in the whole entire game. So it's not really all that hard. Of course, I used to use... Hey, there's an extra banjo. That was well hidden, I've got to admit. I used to use the Mumbo token cheats. Like, I forget the exact cheat, but I used to use it quite a bit of the time, and that would give you 99 Mumbo tokens, so I could just, like, cash in. And I think 99 is enough to buy everything in the game anyway. Maybe it's infinite. There's another caterpillar by the snare bear. And, let's see, what's down here? Is there a caterpillar down there? Please don't notice me, bees. They notice me anyway. That's not very good. When bees notice you. Those bees were very far away. The enemies get way more advanced in Click Clock Woods. They just, like, come after you from... No matter how far you are away. It's bird jumping time! Good. We did that. We just set the national record or something like that. We're still working on somebody else's world record. I don't know. But here's the first path. There is a caterpillar over there, so I'm going to risk suicide for it. Oh, hooray! A caterpillar for my collection. I just about killed myself for it. I'm not very sure what that means. What that entails is killing myself. So we got that. We have 5 now. I was thinking we needed 10. But that was in fall. So I should have remembered that Erie's like, I need like 5 caterpillars, man. So we do need 5. Because if he says 5, that's the right thing. So we're going to visit Zubba's, and I don't think there's anything in here. This is summer, right? Yeah. This is where we kill all of them. But they're not here. That's where we use the epic scene for my intro that I can't use anymore. Well, I will eventually be able to use it. But that'll come later. So it's not gone, but on to other subjects. We're back onto the tree, and we left that poor wayward note. We've got to collect that note. What is a note all by itself? It cannot be a melody like it was meant to be if there is not 100 others with it. So that is the whole point of the Banjo-Kazooie game. Forget Tootie. We gotta get all the notes together and make a song. That's just what we do. Oh no! Come on! We fall in the river, and unlucky for us, the water is only foot high, so we kind of smashed our nose into the stone. So I'm gonna just transition out here. That was an incredibly smooth transition. Yeah, I can't fool anybody with that. Okay, climb back up the tree. There is stuff over there. I'm pretty sure there's Mumbo tokens or something. But I don't need those. Really, I don't. So I'm just going to ignore those. I'm going to blatantly ignore the Mumbo tokens. And they'll just be like, you can invoke them. And I'll be like, no. No. So I will not be collecting those. I don't see any neat reason to go up there. Since I don't think anybody would hide caterpillars in their ceiling. But you know, some weird scientist might have that idea. You just never know. But I hate stereotypes, so I'm not going to say that. Grown! I'm not eating too many acorns. I've just gotten them left for next winter. Now. Ow. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it was your own fault, dude. You should really plan ahead for these things. There were a lot of bees on that honey chest. I should not pay attention to those. The best way to get... Oh, another Mumbo token. The best way to get past these is to rat-a-tat-rap instead of flip-flap or whatever it's called up to these things, because that will knock them out in the same process. And there's Irie, or the eagle, dude. So we gotta feed him caterpillars. Yummy! Juicy caterpillars, nice! There's 2. No, that's 2. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. 1. So now, Irie will grow. So that's good, because when eagles grow, things get better. Burp! Irie full now. Needs like more sheep, man. So, he's just giving up again. This guy has no motivation. Whoa. What was that? That didn't make much sense. Just seeing the visualization of that scene did not make much sense. Slipping and sliding around on a giant sleeping bird's beak. Sounds like a 50s rock song. So, excuse me. So, that was just Yumi laughing at my joke in the background. I have no idea what was so funny about that, but we're falling off a tree, so that's more funny than any 50s rock song. But it does kind of sound like that, too. You know, falling off trees was actually a very common thing in the 50s. You just never know when that could happen to you. You gotta get past these bees and then get that Jinjo, man. He's just all like, I'm yellow, so I decided to hide myself in the summer yellow grass so Banjo could find me, dude. Yeah, that's exactly what he thought. He was just like, I'm smart. Banjo will know to look for yellow in yellow things because of the sorting games he played well in early childhood. But that Jinjo had it wrong. Just saying. Putting it out there that Jinjo is not thinking. I better get Irie more caterpillars. Need 10 this time. Aw, Irie is a teenager. What are we going to do with a teenager that needs 10 caterpillars? Well, you know what they say. If a teenager wants food, give him food. So that's what we're going to do. And that's what we need to do. So, because that's what we need to do to complete the game, of course. That's kind of the only point we're doing this, because if we didn't have to get this Jiggy, if he didn't poop out a Jiggy in the ending scene, we probably wouldn't help him. Just the sad truth of things, I'm sorry. But that's just the way things go. As you'll notice, as I probably mentioned, yeah, I did mention that before. I'm not going to mention that again, because that would be unlawful. I'm trying to decide whether to go up the tree or not. How many caterpillars do we have? I think we have 3, but I'm hearing one move. No, I'm not. That was a beehive. Bees and caterpillars just sound so similar. I'm very sorry. That confused me. Oh, there's one. Oh! We're in his driveway again. No, we actually had 2. Excuse me if I said 3 there. I was actually very wrong. Let me turn down the volume. There we go. I turned up the volume for some odd reason, and hopefully that wasn't creating an echo. I'm busy like sweet many leaves. No magic today, man. Okay, DJ. No magic today. But there are notes up here if we want to collect those, which I'll be doing later in the note run. And, I'm just not going to really worry about that. I'm going to collect those for no apparent reason at all. Because collecting notes on people's roofs are just... We need to make the symphony of life. That's what we do. And that's our only job in this whole wide world. Oh, come on! We almost made that. Okay, now we've got these boots, the waiting, you know, the boots, the things, the stacking. I don't know what they're called. Stop judging me. That's really stereotypical. Me. I don't know what I'm saying. There's the 5th caterpillar. And the Grublin Hood, which is like a Robin Hood clone, is down there saying, "Where are my merry men? I lost them all." I'm just like, tough luck, man. We're being really mean to people in this episode because that's the theme. And we don't help people find their merry men. Because men aren't so merry if they're lost, so. Oh, there's the orange Jinjo saying, "If I'm orange, then I'll hide myself under a pile of orange leaves and then Banjo will be sure to find me, man." That's what they all think of. But that's not right. At least that blue bull has the right idea. "Hey, I'm blue, I'll put myself in orange stuff." But we don't want to find him anyway, so that's kind of counterproductive. If you know what I'm saying. There's some notes down there. All the snare bears and big clucks are all different. They're a lot bigger in the fall. I don't know if any of you have noticed that. You probably have. That's the thing I wasn't mentioning before because I had already aforementioned that. And I mentioned it anyway, so that's too bad. I went back on my promise. I'm very sorry. There's the 7th caterpillar. We need 10. And I saw one up by Erie's nest in the cutscene. So that's what we need to go up there and do. And that will make us need to find 2 more, if that makes any sense. So that's where we're headed now. We are going up the tree because we have explored the entire perimeter of this whole entire place. So that's what we need to do now, is go up and, you know, like, just look at the top of the tree for no reason. Up here is a snare bear. He's just mean, so... You know what, there's a caterpillar, so I'm going to risk my life again. But this time in a very, productive way. We're going to Wonder Wing. If I can just not lose my last feather there. Yeah, I did lose my last feather there, and that was kind of essential, just in case I needed to Wonder Wing through anything. Dude, these guys are so big, I just went right under his neck. And that's good. Grubbling Hood up by the beehive. He doesn't belong here, so we need to knock him off the tree. And there's a cat! We were so close to that caterpillar. That caterpillar tricked us. He was using trickery. "There's nothing in here for you now, bro. We've all moved out." We've all moved out. Who are you, then? Look at you. Look at you. You're saying you moved out, and you're just there. It's like you walk into... you're going around checking random houses. You walk into this guy's house, and he's like, "I moved out, man." And we're like, "No, you didn't. You're still there." But that wouldn't be very good, because we don't have permission to walk into people's houses. So, we can't do that. I'd love to test it out sometime, though. Here's the next caterpillar. That's number 10. And since there's already one up there in Erie's grasp, he just has to look right behind him, and maybe he'd grow a little more. But now that that's complete, we have all those, and now all we have to do is get to the top of the tree. But I'm not sure we can do that, because getting to the top of the tree is pretty difficult, I must say. There's another caterpillar. We have got this in our grasp, but that's 11. And the bridge is almost complete. We need to do something brutal to this dragonfly. And there we go. We don't even hear the splat. We just don't hear the splat. Because he just fell so far that, you know, you can't hear the splat. So that's kind of more comforting. Maybe that's less comforting. I don't know. To not hear the splat. I don't know. I'm getting off on random subjects. Because this is basically a repeat of the last episode. It's hard to come up with good commentary when you're doing the same thing. You have to climb the winter switch. Hooray! Hooray, man. We just pounded that, and now the final season of Click Clock Woods is now opened to us. And that's good. So, now that that's open, we can feed Erie and get to him in the final season, which I already mentioned. And if I am very careful and can get up onto the top of this nest, I am home free. There's Erie, looking as big and mean as ever in his diaper. Okay, we throw him the caterpillars, and that's 8, 7, 6. You know, he looks like he's getting closer to eating us every time. He must be chomping an inch away from our nose. 2, 1. This game can't count. Okay, now he's gonna grow bigger. Bigger, get ready. Oh, oh, he's grown. Hey, what? He's grown huge.
Thank you, Bear. I will soon be big bird. Must have sleep first.
Like he's not a big bird. He almost killed us. Now for the tradition. Slide around on a bird's beak and almost fall off the tree. That's a 60s version of the 50s rock song. That was republished by somebody that wasn't all that famous. Oh, we fell right into the brambles. That's not good. Is this the only... No, that's not the only place. There are actually vines in Mad Monster Mansion, which was probably the same idea as this, that took as much health as the old ones. So we've seen these before. We didn't use wading boots to get across those, though. We just turned into a pumpkin, because wading boots and pumpkins are so similar that, you know, you can interchange between the two anytime you need to. Try eating wading boots and it probably won't be very good, though. And, yeah, wading boot pie. That doesn't sound as good for Thanksgiving. Anyway, right under here. Yep, this should be the exit. I don't think there's any Jinjos that we missed in here. There's one Jinjo per season, and one in, 2 in spring. So, you know what they should have done? In the hub world, which I'm in right now, they should have put a Jinjo up in the tops of that tree, so that you'd need to fly up there with the bee. That would be a really hard final Jinjo for anybody to find. So I'm going to fill up on health here really quickly before I go into winter, because as everyone knows, winter is always the hardest season. It's combined with normal Click-Clock Woods, only there are new, unique, harder enemies, and everything is slippery. So try maneuvering around the tree like that. You can smash these ice cubes and they'll hurt you anyway, so... You know when you smash something and then it comes back, and you're just like, dude, I thought I smashed you, and it's just like, nope. So, have to do it all over again. But anyway, a cool move that you can do here that I hope I can demonstrate is wait till these guys are close to you, backflip, ground pound, and then you've got both of them. So that's really cool to me. I don't know if that's cool to anyone else. I'm just sharing with the class. Okay, we're in winter, and everything is covered with snow. The grumbling hoods are still there. And this is a really cool landscape. I like it. Looks like a giant cloud. And Sir Slushes are back. So, freak out or something. I don't know. That's a reason to freak out. Because these Sir Slushes are a little bit different than the ones at Freeze Easy Peak. Their only notable difference being they have killer aim. They can hit you from a mile away. There is no escaping them. But hold on. Was there? Yes, there is a Jinjo down there. Blue Jinjo put in winter. You know, he's just like, I think that I'll hide on Mumbo's hut to be different from my brothers. And I'm like, thank you, man, for being different from your brothers. Because different is best. You can't go with the crowd all the time and hide in your own colors. It's not very smart in the first place, may I mention. Now all we gotta do, there's the beehive. It looks like it's broken in half. All the bees finally stayed true to their word and moved out. And that's a good thing. Because we wouldn't want those bees staying there and just like saying, we moved out and then staying there forever. Oh, there's the witch switch. We got to... Boom! Yes, we did. Boom! And that was very good. And now I gotta find a way to land on that little platform that I've misplaced. Where is that thing? Come on. Mr. Platform. With the witch switch. There you are. We're a lot lower than I thought. Now I've got to somehow land on you. But if it wasn't so hard to fly, I'm even holding R right now. Why can't I even do that? Okay, there we go. And we pound the witch switch. Boom. There's a Jiggy. And that will be the final Jiggy of the game. After we get these other two. We've been working for near 20 minutes now, and we still don't have the other two Jiggies. Which we should have had by now. Now, I might as well mention, since I'm not going to be collecting them, since it's virtually useless to the game, that if you dive under here, there is an extra life, and you can go into the Naughty's Lodge in winter and collect the empty honeycomb piece, which if you haven't been collecting empty honeycomb pieces could help you fill up your life bar to the full for battle against Gruntilda for the final battle. So that would be a very worthwhile thing if you wouldn't have collected all those. But if you're still looking for empty honeycomb pieces and haven't collected all of them in the Spiral Mountain area, that is what I would recommend doing. Look at Eerie. He is one hunk of a bird now. Look at that thing. He is huge. He must be at least 25 times the size of Kazooie. Oh, he stopped us.
Eerie Mighty Eagle at last.
Watch me as I fly into the sky.
Oh, no, I'm too fat.
Too many caterpillars, can't do it. Ah, sorry, man. Try next year.
I have a reward for Bear Friend. Here it comes.
Rare. More bathroom humor. Kazooie, if you eat that, I'm gonna kill you. Don't. Defiance at its best. She eats it anyway. She just... No. We're gonna have to drop out of the tree and almost kill ourselves because of what we just seen. Dude, I can't get my camera out of the nest. Get the camera out of the nest. Can't even see. What? I didn't even lose any health. Did I not lose any health? I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure I did not. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. You know how that works. Big ball of the century! We got it. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this easy to hit the people. Because dive bombing people from that far away, it looked like a hard thing. But it didn't turn out to be. I gotta figure out what we can do here in winter. I think we're pretty much done. Since we're not collecting the... he didn't even throw that anywhere. Since we're not collecting the empty honeycomb pieces, I suppose that is it. Goodbye, winter. Until the note run, when I see you again. So, we have visited almost every season in this episode except for spring, which is the only season left that we have not visited. That was kind of redundant. And now we are heading in spring because there's only one thing left to do in spring. Collect the 2 Jinjos. And once we get the 2 Jinjos, that is it. We have almost collected all the Jiggies in the game. In an epic finale, have all the Jiggies, man. But going into spring is also essential for collecting the Witch Jiggy, since spring is the only season in which you can change into the bee, and being a bee is the only way you can get the Witch Jiggy. So that's a good thing. And now we have to go pay a final drop-in on Mumbo. I am so very sorry, but this is the last time we will be using Mumbo Magic in this game.
Well, hey, it's just Benjamin's going, man.
We just got 26. That's not good. Now, there's 2 Jinjos here, the pink and the green, which are both kind of spring colors. I really liked how they put the corresponding colors into the different seasons. That really makes it work. How do you get in there? Is there... Yeah, there is a hole. That probably would have been better as a bee. We can't get in there not as a bee. They're being prejudiced against bears. We should file a lawsuit. And say, like, believe that bears should be given equal rights to bees. And then our whole thing would fall flat and everybody would hate us. Because bees are the only people that belong in woods. Bears used to be the king of the woods, but, you know, things change. So, we got 13 Mumbo tokens, but we won't need any of those because Mumbo will give us Mumbo Magic free of charge. If he made you charge 1 for like every other time you used it, that would make you conserve your Mumbo Magic quite a bit more. So, and then there would be a possibility that you couldn't complete the game. So I guess they wouldn't do that. Now we just gotta find the beehive. There's the beehive. We found that quick. And now we just have to fly into that hole at the end and get right in there, collect the Jinjo, then head for the green Jinjo. How in the world do I land on that? There we go. That was easier done than said. Now we go in here, and yes, we can enter. I was afraid you couldn't, but now we can. Are there actually things in here? Is there a bee? Mr. B, you said you moved out. Why couldn't you make a hole right there? There's the pink Jinjo. The final Jinjo in the game left to collect is somewhere out there. Somewhere over the rainbow. We have to find the final Jinjo and create the melody using all 100 notes to create Beethoven's Banjo-Tooie symphony. Banjo-Tooie. What am I talking about? I actually don't know why that sounds epic or if it does at all. It's heartwarming, but not epic. You know what I'm saying. So the green Jinjo should be at the top of the tree. I'm not sure where to find that though. Yeah. See, look at what I just said. This green Jinjo should be at the top of the tree. I'm not sure where to find that though. We just have to go to the top of the tree, you moron. Now, there is the top of the tree. There's the Jinjo. If we can make an epic landing right here, that would be pretty good. We did not. How many times is it going to take to get this Jinjo? Just grab the Jinjo already. What? He dropped the Jiggy, but we couldn't collect it. Why can't I get this? Snare Bear? The final Jiggy of Click Clock Woods. 90 Jiggies. Guys, there's only one thing left to do, which is collect the Jiggy and try to get the Windowing Feather, but we fail. No, that was not epic. I am very sorry about that, but the only thing left to do is collect the Jiggy that was created by the... Hold on, we're dropping frames. Just, hold on a second. I can't even control here. I'll be back in 1 second. Going into the wall. See, it freezes. Okay, hey, we're back. That was, I don't know why that happened. But we should be okay and dandy now, because we are starting a new recording. I guess my computer, the computer that I use, I should say, just cannot handle more than 25-minute files. So when it hits around 25 minutes, then that's kaput for the file. You have to start a new one. And then I can form them all together later. But here we go. Well, your business scores like 26, man. I'm so impressed. That's probably the last time we'll be listening to Bottles talk for a while. Here it is, here it is. Watch as the final Jiggy is collected. Boom. 10 Jiggies. We're going to Tilda's lair. The final music plays. We have collected all the Jiggies, guys. And just to prove it, I'm viewing my totals. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That got really annoying, I'm sure. Anyway, we completed Click Clock Woods in just under an hour, but there is still stuff to do. I'll see you next time in the note run, and after that, the finale. See you guys then. Take off!